Hello guys, hello my beautiful friends. Happy New Year to you all. Wishing you a very prosperous, happy and healthy new year, because without health we do not have anything, so let's not take it for granted. Thank you so much for supporting me all last year. Here's to a very good new year to everybody except the person I'm looking at on the screen. I think last year was a good year for us in the, I consider her to be in the goal world. We all did really crank hard on her, and she vaguely admitted that her father is a paedophile. At least we got her to do that video, even though it was completely bullshit. It got a lot of people opening their eyes to it, a lot of people that didn't know. So let's continue doing the same thing that we do every year, and then our good friend Priscilla P started off doing. Really appreciate you all for your subscriptions. Sorry, not subscription. I don't have a subscription, but subscribing to my channel or liking, following, whatever it is you want to call it. I appreciate you guys so much. Without you guys, I wouldn't have a channel. I wouldn't be here, and that's it from beginning to end. If you're not here, I don't have a channel. So really, you guys make up my channel, and I appreciate you all so very much for it. All right, so what we're going to do now is get into the commentary of the last 3 uploads that I've put up, and then I'll get to reacting to her new video, which I saw that Nella's already uploaded. If you guys want to go check out I'm Just Reacting, she's uploaded her video already, Nella, about Alex's 2025 favourites, so she can link them all. All right, we've got a lot to read, so I better stop yapping. And where are we? Yapping and start reading the comments. Baby takes first steps on Christmas. Hang on, have I started with the right one? Hello, my lovelies. Welcome back to my channel. So I've had today off. All right. Just to make sure I've gotten into the right one first, let's go into my videos again. Hosting Christmas Eve party. Did we do that one? No, it's that one. Okay. So it's this one. And this one. And I'm going to skip this one and just do this one. I'll do these 3, yeah? Okay. Yeah, that really looks like the same. Oh, please. Excuse me. Okay, so what we're getting into first is celebrating my birthday, hosting Christmas Eve party. Vlog day 25, and as I said, going damn heavy with those filters. Fucking she didn't care. She just went so hard with those damn filters. She made herself look ridiculous, because we all know what she looks like, seriously. Okay, 84 comments. Let's get into it. Mamie Bell. She said the dress was Thanksgiving last year. Yeah, it was. But we're supposed to believe she's lost 50 pounds. Yeah, Jen. And it still fits like that. It fits like a glove. No way. River Girl, which means we are right about her using AI on the scale, absolutely, or changing the numbers somehow. AI is so effed up. I hate AI, because you don't know what you're watching is real anymore. How do you know? It's done so bloody well that you just don't know. Sometimes I'm laughing to videos and I'm thinking, hang on, is this real? And then I'll look and it's a fucking AI. I don't want to spend my time watching AI fucking videos. I mean, it's okay if you see them in the movies, but I don't want to be watching videos. You know, when you click on stuff on Facebook, and very rarely, but when I am on Instagram, sometimes I'll look at reels and that. I hate AI. I think it sucks. Again, excuse the lozenge in my mouth, guys. If I didn't have the lozenge in my mouth, it's very dry at the moment. Pink Lemonade says, I love that Dukas didn't get her Christmas dinner on Christmas Day at Mimi's. She wasn't suited. Mimi cancelled so that Max could be quiet and rest. Yeah. I don't blame Mimi for not wanting to have anything done, but I still think Alex doesn't give a shit about Max in my eyes. To me, it's just she's trying to play it out that she feels sorry for Mimi. And look, maybe she does feel sorry for Mimi, but I don't think she gives a damn about Max. It's not her dog, She wouldn't care. Sassy girl. My first thought when she was pretending excitement over the decorations was that she definitely did it herself. 1000%. She thinks we are stupid. This food overload is disgusting. Eat, eat, eat. That's all she thinks about. Yep, from the moment she opens her eyes. Elena Cato. The Slayton sisters are smaller than Alex at this point. Yes, they are. Heck, even their brother and sisters are smaller than her. Abso-fucking-lutely. And that in itself is quite embarrassing, especially since she's had bariatric surgery as well. Lisa O'Keefe says Anderson loves his daughter so much, but it's very telling he doesn't say mama. Yep. Who knows where the love comes from, that's why. Not that I'm saying Yar's a great parent, by all means, I'm not saying that. If he was a good parent, he'd be telling Alex to fucking put her camera down and focus on her son. Or their son, sorry. Lisa O'Keefe, oh my God, the filters are on triple overtime, holy crap. Alex, whose legs are you wearing? I love it. Vashposh, Vashposh, at 17:20, blurring his hair instead of brushing. Yeah, instead of brushing it. She's your number one fan, Shelley. You've got to cover that hair, otherwise Shelley will pick on it. In my words, I don't even think she showers. I think she just puts the robe on. Could possibly be true, in my words. Could be true. Very true. Wouldn't put it past her. Lisa O'Keefe, thank you, Shelley. I was like, sure, Yata decorated. Yeah, sure, Alex, he loves you endlessly. Mind you, if he did decorate, look, let's give her the benefit of the doubt for 1 second, only for a second, guys. If he did decorate, don't you think he would have been standing on the other side so he could see her reaction? Seriously. He wasn't even there to see her reaction. As if he's just going to decorate and leave it for her. Ali says, you can tell the family is forced to be there. No one wants to be there because it's the same nonsense every year. You can see it especially with her cousins. Oh, their faces were down to the floor. Alex has no friends, and they are all fill-ins. Picture yourself at 33 with your own family and life, yet you're still throwing yourself a birthday party like this. I know, very juvenile. Mrs. V says, oh my God, I just looked up Stephanie Rose, who she mentioned, and to my surprise, as I skimmed through the video, Alex's videos look exactly the same. Gee, wouldn't you know? Home decor and all, she seriously has no originality. We're not surprised there. Cassandra says, Alex reminds me of the person who would put a lockbox in the refrigerator at work to keep people from stealing her food, but she would do it at home to keep Anderson from stealing her snacks. Cassandra, you know what I think? I reckon she steals Anderson's snacks. I really do, and I'm not saying that to be sarcastic. Kathy says, how much gas she wasting driving around to get free stuff. I can't wait for her channel to be shut down. I know, it's so damn embarrassing. To me it is anyway. Rivergirl, it will never get shut down. I reported her videos for all the eating on camera. Have heard nothing other than they say they will look into it. How long should it take? Rivergirl, I think it's because she doesn't actually sit there and eat. She's very smart in conniving ways. But she doesn't think that we notice, but I do. She's very smart in conniving ways. She doesn't sit there. She'll just have a bite of it, and I think that's why she doesn't get told off. Or YouTube don't do anything about it. At 4:17, poor baby just laying there. He seemed so still for almost 16 months. My children would have escaped the second I finished dressing them, conditioning him to lay, apparently. Let's go and have a look. Not going out of the car. Oh, yes. Right. It's too much to leave him at home with Yaman. He just stayed there like that. Didn't wiggle, didn't move, did it nothing. I'm not surprised, though. Lisa O'Keefe says, I thought the exact same thing. I just don't understand why Anderson wasn't rolling over and shimmying his way off the bed. Yeah, when I had to change my nieces, oh my God, especially one of them, the older one, she gave me hell. She gave me hell to change. She was looking left and right for things to grab, wanting to, grab things, touch things. And when I was changing her nappy and stuff like that, it was so cute though. But he just sits there. I mean, it's just not normal behaviour. It's very sad. Erin Francis says, breaks my heart to see him like that. Same. Jenny G says, crumble cookies are nasty. They are underbaked and sickly sweet. I hate anything sickly sweet. It takes the enjoyment out of it. Jackie O'Lantern, yes, and don't forget overpriced. I don't get the hype. Yep. Mind you, she says that she has that, what's that thing that she says when she, I can't think of that word now. You know when she has too much sugar? Dump. And she's never dumped in her life. I don't think she has. It's amazing. She only dumps when she remembers to say and bring up that she's had surgery and to remind everyone she's had it. Otherwise, she'll eat raw sugar if she could. Violet Sterling says, why the hell does she show her food, Food Addy, every blog, big time? Yes, absolutely. And not get in trouble like the other girls displayed their food on their channels and were demonetized. I don't know, Violet. I seriously don't think it's because... I don't think cooking, I think she's allowed to do the cooking, but it's there sitting and eating, and she doesn't do that for very long. Okay, she'll have a bite of it and show us. And she's not stupid. She's not dumb. She doesn't want to get demonetized, so she knows what she's doing. She's like the star pupil, but her views aren't that high, Rivergirl says. LEMS, free items are meant for you. To get a little something for free with your paying order. Yeah, but the thing is, she doesn't pay, Ellie. Not just ordering the free items. Yeah, without another purchase. How embarrassing. Exactly. Jane says, just disgusting. She spends money like water, yet driving around looking for free food in her Tesla. I know. No fucking shame, man. No shame. The staff are having some CRAIC talk about her. I don't know what CRAIC is, but... Allegra, absolutely. I'm with Shelley. I'm so embarrassed to walk and claim my freebie while buying nothing. Not sure I'd even claim it if I were there making a purchase. Cringe. See, I feel like you, Allegra. We wouldn't be surprised at the greed and adolescent mentality, I suppose. No, we shouldn't be surprised at it at all. Patty Pop says, at 4:17, why is he just laying there? Yep, not moving. To be honest, I've always thought he doesn't move like most babies. They would be wiggling and squirming in my 73-year-old experience. Vashposh says he is critically behind. I think he has some type of complications at birth. And Jane says, like a 7-month-old baby, it's tragic. Lisa Greenlee, what did she do to Anderson? He doesn't move. I know. Natalie J says at 26:12, she means she couldn't eat all of it. The whole shit cake until later tonight when she polishes it off. It's so funny. And she probably did. LEMS says, at 1949, no serving utensils. Let's have a look. I'll call him one because I don't know what he's like. Oh, that's true. That's true. I love the things that you guys pick up. There literally are no serving utensils as well. Only 2. I suppose she wants everyone to pick them up with their very clean hands, just like herself. Appetizers did not look appealing at all. Nothing ever does. Not even a homemade dipping sauce, just mustard. Paper plates would have been more appropriate than a setting holiday serving dishes. I know, for that kind of food. At 22:41, I believe the cake being slid over to Mimi was because her cousin didn't want to be filmed as she was there decorating cookies behind the camera. I don't care whether she wants to be filmed or not. No one slides a cake like that over. It's very, very fucking disrespectful. She should have gotten someone else to give it to her. Lisa O'Keefe says Alex got 2 of the crinkle cakes, but because she cut up the first one into small pieces. Yep, of course she did. October Dreams. Has she addressed the fact her son only says dada at 17 months old? Nope. He says GG2 and ball and doesn't say mama. I love that for her. Jane says they were excited because he mouthed ball. Yes, short of 17 months. That little boy has special needs, in my opinion. It's time right now they accepted and got him the help they desperately need. Jane also says a dog is a 4-legged animal. 4. Arms are not involved. I know, she keeps saying his arm. When that child goes to school, the professionals will need to re-educate him. He will need extra assistance. These 2 are vile parents. Agreed. Ina7 says, Shelley, I am dying at your commentary, agreeing with you all the way. The non-hair wash for her birthday and then for Christmas dinner is absolutely disgusting. I can smell her through the TV screen. Sorry to say, but gross. Don't be sorry to say. Ali MS says at 25:37, her reviewing food items is to meet the requirements of a tax write-off. Nobody asked and nobody would ask a liar for their opinion. She is so deceitful. Anyone on a 12-year-old weight loss journey wouldn't have reached her goal weight loss is not a reliable source. What would she talk about if not for Max's recovery? She doesn't care. Zero empathy. Rosa Maria says, it could possibly be that Yaa and Anderson are confined to the same room, and that all times when she says Anderson is sleeping, he is actually with Yaa. Well, he can't be, because Yaa has a job. At night time he can be, but not during the day. She just doesn't want to mention it because it would mean that she doesn't take care of him as much. That's why Anderson says Dana, and probably why he was so unresponsive when she was trying to talk to him earlier in the video. River Girl, I doubt Yaa is going to be confined to one room unless he wants to be, and that would only work if he's at a job. That's right. I don't think that that's the case, but everyone has their own opinions. Tony says her company came at 3 and left by 7. Yes, she's a real fucking party freak. Everyone is gone and she'd cleaned up. Wow, good times. Her son must have been with Yaa because she doesn't want to share the spotlight with Anderson while blowing out her candles. I know, wouldn't you have your son on your lap? Knowing that he's a wee now and can see stuff and can, take a little bit in. Wouldn't you have him on your lap and blow out together and clap your hands together? No, none of that. She wanted to be completely alone so the attention wouldn't be taken off her. Veronica Collier says, Yaa and Anderson were not at the party because they went home. In my opinion, they do not live there. As much as I respect your opinion, Veronica, and I'm not saying anyone on my channel has to agree with me because that's not what I'm here to say or do. I would never tell anyone that, but in my opinion, there is no way he's not there. Because if he wasn't there, she would have had a fucking meltdown by now. Rivergirl says they might have been visiting Yaa's grandmother. I expect her to get, oh God, bite your tongue, pregnant next year, and he's not going to do that unless they live together. Yeah, obviously. I think so too. Like, he definitely lives there still. As much as I'd love to think he doesn't, he definitely does. I think anyway. Because we'd all see her having a huge meltdown. Peyton says this whole Vlogmas was about food. Jane says all about her making money from ADDICTION on social media. Tara says at 10:47 the way she has all that Lennox serve would just thrown in there gives me anxiety. Holy hell. Oh yeah, the Lennox stuff that was in her white not white, but the box. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. At 19:31, she didn't even pay attention to her child falling back onto the floor. That's when she was cooking, I think, and he was with her. No, she couldn't care less. Juana Lopez, she totally decorated herself. Fuck yeah. What the fuck is Nancy wearing? The hip carrier? Oh, let's have a look. I think she set up the tripod to record a bit. I don't think her husband or son were there. Well, he definitely was there, the husband, because she went up to him while he was filming and she asked him before, didn't it? Especially the knees. Oh my God. Yeah, that really looks like the same. It is a hip carrier. She got her mum fucking wearing a hip carrier to carry her son. What a loser. And I do believe she decorated herself. Juana Lopez says, Yaa wasn't even there to see her reaction from the surprise decorations, right? That's what makes me think he definitely did not do it. Veronica says to Marina, in my opinion, Yaa and Anderson went home because they didn't live there. That is also why Mardukas always says Anderson is napping. He is actually at home with his dad. Jen Myers, no way was Anderson anywhere near the next Cummings' birthday. I just can't even fathom it. Yep, that child sleeping and not taking part in anything is a priority to be a mother of the year. Yep. Veronica Collier, he went home with his dad because in my opinion they do not live there. Jen Myers says to Veronica, there is something definitely going on. Rivergirl says to Veronica Collier, then why not just divorce? I believe he lives there still, so do I. Miss Mary says, I effing hate the Kringles from Trader Joe's. They are sickeningly sweet. Well, right up Alex's alley then. I had one bite and ended up taking it to work so it wouldn't go to waste, but I never have one of those things again. Lisa O'Keefe says, Grandma was home with Max. Why didn't she Why didn't the grandpa stay home with her? Oh, there's another one that makes me sick. Yeah, he's a creep, Jane says. He really is. Baby got back. The cat was sitting with its face closer to the screen when Amber was on. I think you got the wrong channel, love. Got the wrong channel. This is about Alex, not Amber. Anyway, Swazzano of the Woods. I know a couple of people who drove all over on their birthday to get through their freebies. There is nothing wrong with that. I just couldn't personally do it. The only freebie I remember about it, I intentionally go to, is get from a local coffee shop where they roast the beans in-house, and I absolutely love the products and the owner. He is one of the most passionate people I know about coffee. That's beautiful. Lisa Georgie says, thank you, you're welcome. Jane says, does that child wear a bib in bed? Probably. Maddie says, yay, Shelley. Tracy for Life says, the whole freebies for her birthday is so embarrassing, and that poor kid lying down and not moving really shocked me. Oh my God, she thinks about stuffing her face. Yep. From the minute her eyes open in the morning, her table setting was too busy for my liking, and no tablecloth on the runner. Her handling all that food without any hygiene gloves on. Ugh. Who gives a fuck about her and Yar's rating? Yep, no one cares. Sure says that, people ask and people love your ratings, Yarmin. Obviously she doesn't read the reaction channels. Well, she does. Jane says, no coat, no hat. She's warm though, so that's all that matters. Yep. Just Livin says, the way she takes clips of Anderson's outfits, laying there like a limp noodle is so weird. He always is laying there like he can't move. It's not normal. She makes comments about him having his diaper changed, etc. But she shows these clips of his outfits just laying there, no movement. It's not normal. Jane says, at this point, and probably 6 months ago, that little boy should know his nose, his toes, his eyes, and his tummy. Pointing and saying most words. He's extremely delayed, in my opinion. They do not work with this prop. He didn't sign up for this life. Yep, that's what they even said. That he didn't sign up for it. Yeah, I said it. And yet, she still keeps saying, we're not showing my son and we don't want to put him on camera. And all she does is put him on camera. So all she does is just put him on camera and just hide out his face a little bit when we can clearly pick him up from a lineup because we know him so well. Okay, this person, I have no idea. I think she's talking about Amber Lynn again. Baby got back. Manny Marble. The person in Alex's comment section claiming to have 6 kids while being broke with no work. If true, I don't feel sorry. The person didn't have to make 6 babies that he or she can't afford to feed and care for. That's right, and expect the whole world to care for their children. It is sad, but it's their fault. I know it's a bit OT, but since it was mentioned, it really annoys me when people have many children with no means or intention of affording to care for them. It seems to be getting really worse, especially in America with the handouts. The online begging is getting out of hand. Same here as well. I don't care if it's your religion. I don't care if you're Muslim and you can't use contraceptive. If you can't fucking afford children, you don't have them. End of story. Because they need to be looked after, not neglected. Keep calm. Kerrian says, you must be an insufferably miserable human to spend this much energy picking a person apart to this degree. No, I'm not a miserable human at all. And people love my personality. Honestly, take a look in the mirror. Oh, I did, and I like what I see. Unlike Alex, I can look in the mirror and have no conscience about anything that I see. I haven't done anything wrong to anybody. I haven't hurt anybody. To me, this is not bullying. This is just outing her lies. And if you don't like it, you don't need to read. You don't need to be here. This is hard to watch, and not because of Alex. Oh, go have your pity party somewhere else. Never Dan Nicholson says, you're in the wrong space. I can promise you, Shelley isn't miserable. Absolutely. And if you're watching long enough, you'll understand Alex is a horrendous liar and Shelley calls her out for all her bullshit. Snark comes naturally to some. No energy exertion is needed. I love that. Thank you, Never. Danny Nicholson. I really appreciate that comment. Don't worry about it. These people are just idiots. I love when they come over to the channel because they have to read. The curiosity gets the better of them and they just have to read what we are saying. I love that for them. and they say that we're miserable. I have more of a life than Alex will ever have in her whole fucking lifetime. And I'm 51, turning 52 in a couple of days.
Everybody, welcome back to my channel, guys. Shelley here.
So don't say I don't have a life and I'm miserable. She's a miserable one, and I think you might be too. Okay, Ruby Tuesday from London Town says, I cannot fathom how this idiot does not have a properly stocked pantry. That's because someone that buys 1 onion and 2 tomatoes at a time is not going to have a properly stocked pantry. I can't fathom how she doesn't do that either. The only thing I can think of is that she loves to use going to buy stuff for content. She wouldn't have much if it wasn't for that. Saying how they got take out because they were expecting to eat at her grandmother's. Yeah, and she really hates the idea of takeout, doesn't she? Not. Probably just an excuse, to be honest. However, buying 1 onion, yes, like she does, has me rolling. I know, right? Candy Cane, I think it's crazy that her kid's in daycare so she can watch movies like she considers this manic bullshit work. Just living at 1743, this vlog is full of lies. He has been saying dada for months. What the hell is she talking about? And he also said Gigi, and he said balls. But he won't say mama.
And then he's obsessed with the balls from his little ball pit. Ball, yes, ball. Ball. He's been saying ball when we hand him the ball. Put the ball in. Good job, Bubbas. Yay.
I hate the way she call him Bubbas. I think it's crazy that her kid's in daycare so she can watch movies like she can... Yeah, okay, sorry, read that one. Oh my God, it's hilarious that she can't accept dada as the first word or Gigi as his second word. Ball had to be the first word, even though he said Gigi the night before. That's right, and he's been saying dada forever. She cannot stand that. She can't, and I love that for her. E. Marina says, it's the 28th here and we still have leftovers. How could she not have any on the 26th? Because she probably ate them. That's why. Jules says, because she didn't cook from scratch. Because she doesn't cook from scratch. Doesn't matter. She still had a lot of food though. Kim Hamilton said, what an awful Christmas lunch. Just because they couldn't go to Mimi's, Alex couldn't be bothered to get a proper meal organised for them. Just when she knew 3 days prior to Christmas that weren't going. Yeah. Poor Anderson probably had a highly processed meal on his own, while Alex and Ya had Chinese takeaway. What a special occasion for Anderson. I know. Pathetic. She really is pathetic. Well, we still haven't seen him eat any Whole Foods. We still only see her giving him those packages things with the yogurt. Kim Hamilton says, at this age, Anderson should be a vocabulary minimum of 4 to 6 words minimum. Understand 50 words, identify at least 1-2 body parts, respond to yes or no questions with a nod or shake of the head, and be able to repeat basic words they hear. Yeah, that's not going to happen anytime soon. Honeybear says, I did a self-referral for speech for my baby. He's 20 months because he only said 9 words at 12 months. His pediatrician said he was ahead. I kept pushing and he's in speech. He has about 49 words right now, and I'm making 49. I love how exact she is. And I'm making sure he gets his speech services. Not having more than 3 words at almost 3 months is absolutely wild. I can't believe she is so neglectful. It makes my mama heart hurt so sad. He would qualify for both PT and speech because not walking, those 2 steps is not him walking. Although he's making progress, and his only word being dada is so sad. Agreed. River Girl, well, he's doing none of this. Hopefully we'll get there soon. October Dreams says more than 4 to 6 months. Isn't he almost 18 months? Kim Hamilton says, yeah, but remember she always wants to keep him small. Kim Hamilton says, excuse me, to October Dreams, was stating on the bare minimum end. Foster mum, October Dreams, he's barely 14 months. I thought he was more than 14 months. Actually, he was born in August, so he's 16, closer to 17 months, yeah, at this point. And he was only about 4 weeks early, even if we even believe her. So his adjusted age still isn't 14 months. Sylvia Bustos says, I don't know anyone whose kid sleeps like hers. What if she's microdosing with melatonin? She laughs at her husband a lot. She laughed at him and his skincare, and now laughing at him over a bidet for Christmas. His gifts are garbage. She's awful. My God, who the hell would give their husband a bidet on camera. If you're going to do it, do you do it privately? We don't need to know that he fucking washes his ass with that. Seriously. MJB, why does her title or vlog about the baby? Why does her title or vlog about the baby? I thought her and Ya said that Anders wouldn't be exposed to social media. That's what she said. But she says a lot of things and reneges. Oh, until I needed emergency money. She probably said to him, babe, we need this money. We can't afford not to have him in there. I'll show him. I just won't show his face. That's probably what she said to him. Jane says, desperate for money? Absolutely. MJB says, Nintendo Switch to play Mario Kart, but your child is in daycare? Yep. And barely walking? Shaking my head. Jen Myers, exactly. I think, though, she asked for it out of jealousy from Ya playing the car racing game with Anderson. I didn't think she liked this sort of thing. Well, she likes sitting, and that's what's needed for this game, so maybe that's why. K Goof, he was already walking. Well, he was definitely taking some steps. She just wanted to make out he had a miracle. It was a Christmas miracle. RMC says 1328. Wait, why would he need a portable bidet? Because he doesn't have one in the house? It's one that he can take with him to work, probably. I thought they have a bidet in both bathrooms. Who the fuck uses a bidet out of the house? People like her and people like Amberlynn Reid and people like Fruity Beauty. Jenny G says, laughing K Goof, be like a water flosser but for real end. Maybe takes this to work. Yep. Not today. Maybe it's for when he goes to the army or his other's family's place. Not today, says MRC says, not today, laughing out loud. How would you even subtly take that to the toilet when you're going to the toilet if you're in the army? You know, everyone watches who moves and who's going to walk out and where they're going. Unless they just don't care, I don't know. Rivergirl says, to me, that would be a gag gift. Not today, says Rivergirl. I certainly gagged. Veronica Collier says, yes, in my opinion, Ya needed it for his house. He no longer lives with Mardukas, and she only has Anderson a few hours a week for filming, I wish. He has serious OCD, it seems. Yeah, he does, which is not a good thing. Can't tell him off for having OCD things, but Innovative Recruitment Solutions says she does not feel bad about Max. Look how she treats Bruno. She creates him when she leaves. That's exactly right. Anyone who creates a dog cannot have feelings, normal feelings for a dog. That's just in my opinion. Especially when he doesn't need to be created. Jenny Abbott says, maybe this is not picky, but does anyone else find it weird that she said Yarman bought Anderson's stocking stuffers with all of her shopping? Wouldn't you think that she would buy the gifts for Anderson? Yep, but she can't be bothered. She's too busy buying for herself. Honey Bear, I've been pointing out things like this for various vlogs. Dunking, someone got upset and said they are not separating because they're trying to have another baby. Pretty sure it was one of her weird stands in one of the reaction channel comments. I told her that Big Al is trying to have another baby, Band-Aid, baby to trap him everywhere and fix their relationship. Maybe they don't clearly live separate lives already. He went and got her ingredients for the biscuits she wanted for work, even when she goes to the store 45 times a day. She mentioned that Ya got Anderson a Buzz Lightyear toy. Yeah, though it was so cute. She mentioned how she helps him with everything but hers. Not the stocking stuffers. They live separate lives, and she mentions it and have many Dominican friends, and they're a lot like us. Family is so important on the holidays, and a huge party. Where was I up to? Separate lives. They live separate lives, and she mentions it constantly, but it's so suitable people miss it. That's why there is no mention of his family. I'm from Puerto Rico and have many Dominican friends, and they're a lot like us. Family is so important, and holidays are big, huge parties, and everyone is involved with the kids. The reason she says they're private and she doesn't film them is because they hate her. They 1000% cannot stand her and probably don't bring her around the house because it's easier that way. I agree. Jen Myers, I thought it was odd too. I think maybe the stocking stuffer is the only real thing she lets Yarman do herself. for Anderson because she is so damn controlling. Jenny G says, yeah, she's controlling when it suits her. Do we think that the bracelet is high quality? Does it look like it to me? And the chain is so dainty that I see it breaking fast. I hope it does. LEMS says, probably solid gold and not the cheap jewellery. Oh, she buys Mama and Lynx. What I noticed was she was wearing the Sunny bracelet recently, and put Anderson on the one bought. The whole nickname search was so weird, but all of them are passive aggressive as they cannot have any full conversations. Jen Myers says, Big Al have done a bunch or a lunch. Hang on, Big Al could have done a brunch or a lunch since they didn't go to her grandparents' house for dinner. Anyone would have come up with a backup plan easily. I'm sure she couldn't have gone. Of course, she could have gone to the market and picked up a few things in between getting her birthday freebies. She's just lazy as always. Yep, and loves junk food. Just Living says at 4:20, wait, what does this mean? Yeah, I got him a bunch of stocking fillers. They buy gifts separately for their own child? Well, you wouldn't think so, but yeah, that's what they do. That's weird as hell. That seems like something divorced parents would be doing. I agree. I had to rewatch it to see if I heard right. You heard right. Lizzie MW, I'm just imagining gifting my hubby a portable bidet for Christmas, and his response, same with mine, Lizzie. LEMS, filming it and uploading it to the internet. Yep. Patty Pop laughs. Honey Bear, he was very excited about something to wash his butt. Like, that's a choice. Yeah, I know. Aisley J says, I thought it was funny. Nancy would made it more weird. Hang on. I thought it was from Nancy. Oh, would have made it more weird. MJB says, who's that behind Nancy wearing black pants? Yah must have changed his pants, pajamas to pants after using his portable bidet. Having Chicana, I feel like she is mad at the Mex and Mimi as she keeps saying the word depressing. And she also keeps blaming Max, even though she is trying to act like she cares, because now he's the reason why they couldn't have a Christmas at Mimi's. How do we even know it was Max's fault? We don't know that. LEMS, it's messed with her planned content for the day. That's right. She has zero imagination, no problem solving, no life skills whatsoever. She was making it a point that it disrupted everyone, even a meal for the day. You so-and-so, Max. God, I hope he's better. Okay, Pearl Sparkle says, according to Great Ormond Street guidelines, which I used as my son had speech delays, Anderson is also delayed in many areas. She should seek support for him if she hasn't already. My son now never stops talking but was diagnosed with autism at 7. Honey Bear, she's neglectful for not getting him properly evaluated through, early interventions. She had the means to do the private eval, but early intervention programs are usually no cost in most states. They also typically not income dependent. I know because if they were, my son wouldn't qualify for free speech and therapy that he does. Thank you, Honey Bear. Okay, Ray78G says at 9:23, how much did Yah put on Alex's credit card for the extensions needed on that bracelet? Lisa Keefe says, Sweet Anderson, those daycare girls are the best thing helping Sweet Boy work all his milestones, I know. And then she'll take credit for it. MJB, Anderson was not a newborn. He was 3 months old, wasn't he? 4 months. I thought it was 5 months. River, I thought it was, hang on. No, he's, 4 months. Yeah. River Girl, I'm surprised she doesn't call him a newborn. LEMS says, as she did for his entire first year. Yep. Elena Carto says, Alex buying a coat for herself for a Christmas gift. I am not surprised. She never gives back nor does anything positive that she doesn't involve her. That's right. Flexible language. Something extra gross. The way she drank that vanilla Coke and mentioned Christ. Yeah. Yep. I noticed that too, flexible language. Country Shade Tree, Tara, since she didn't post milk and cookies for Santa, I'm going to assume that she didn't do that because she'll do it when he's older. That's right, of course, everything when he's older. Lisa O'Keefe, there is zero chance you can ever be cool. Mum, zero, zip, nada. Hide Out Loud, hey Shelley, hi darling. 14:45, the side-eye Yar gives her is hilarious. It's quick, but you can see it. Let's have a look, shall we?
If it's still available, I'll link it for you guys because it was
Do I look cool? All right, let's have a look.
cute.
Oh, so Yarvin, is it kind of like the white one over here?
Yeah, but he has a gooseneck, and yours is a spout, horse spout. Does this look dumb?
I know, I love
You look like a snowman.
Do you?
it. No, I do. I would tell you if I didn't like it.
Do I look cool?
You look better than cool.
If it's still
Oh
available, I'll
my
link it for you guys.
God, I just saw it. That is funny.
$30.
Oh God, that is funny. He's thinking, you look cool, bitch. Shut up. Hide Out Loud. Hey, Shelley from the side. It's a quick turn, but you can see it. He said, Mum, can I play with this when I nap? At 3:47. Oh. Sorry. Oh, poor darling. Fucking sad. Ray says, no, he just got a bonus for changing when he got there from the army. Okay, what's that one about? Let's have a look. Oh, excuse me, guys. This is getting over New Year's Eve.
Mono's cup.
Oh, hang on. What was that thing that was said? No, he just got a bonus from changing when he got home from the army. Oh, okay. That was his gift. I get it now. Okay. Deborah, I love the series from... Can't wait for new seasons. Oh, my God. Deborah, we are up to the last 4 episodes. I'm devastated. Bookaholic, the Duffer Brothers have the hit series Stranger Things on Netflix. They also have made Wayward Pines and Hidden. Ooh, I can't get into Stranger Things, but maybe Hidden I can. The Smiling Tabby stickers. The show from is amazing, isn't it? The actor that plays Boyd was in... Oh, he is fucking brilliant. He is brilliant, the guy that plays Boyd. I love that man. Ray, at 5:38, she's so angry that Max is getting in the way of her Christmas. Yeah, she wants Mimi to know that she ruined Big Bubba's Christmas with her stupid dog. I am E-Wolf says, so if they put Anderson to sleep at 7:30 p.m, why is it too late to watch Stranger Things at 8? It would have been 8 when she was saying that. Yeah, because she was too tired. And it's not because of the fact that she's working, it's the fact that she's big. River Girl says, the fact that they can't stay up until 10 is ridiculous. I know. K-Goof, how old is Max now? Bless him. I have no idea how old is he. I think he's maybe 4. Innovative Recruitment Solutions says, look at the camera in his playroom. I believe that. Katie Mello, also a love from. It's the same writer as Lost. Oh, no wonder, I believe. New season won't be coming out until sometime in 2026. Should have been released in October. Well, that is usual release time, so that's a bit annoying. Oh, well, at least they didn't cancel it. Fuck. Thank God. Linda Downford says, yes, it has writers from The Lost and Harold's Perrineau. Mike from Lost. It's a good show. Yep. Lisa O'Keefe, wow, Alex is not a mama. Wow, Alex, and not a mama in sight. AC Lee J says, data was his first word months ago. Why can't she acknowledge that? Because she doesn't want to. She's a spoiled brat. She doesn't want to acknowledge it. E. Marinas, since when was Steve... And she always acts like she's jokingly annoyed when he says it, but she's really annoyed. Oh, excuse me, guys. Sorry. Oh, sorry. I'm tired. Since when was Stephen's Day, as we call it, a sad day? I love you. Hang on. I love you. Sad day. I love it. Sorry. I love it. You get to actually relax from the business of work and making the Christmas dinner. It's a special day in Ireland. Day you go visiting. Oh, definitely not sad. Since when was Stephen's Day? What did you mean Stephen's Day? As we call it, a sad... Oh, call it a sad day. Oh, Jade. She just needs to manically move on to the next fix. That's right. She doesn't know the meaning of Boxing Day or St. Stephen's Day. Celebrations continue until New Year's because people with actual jobs are off work. They need the break at Christmas to enjoy the family. This monster is an entitled lump. Putting it nicely. Eyes on this says to Jane, exactly. Boxing Day was kind of my favourite because all the Christmas chaos is over and now I actually just get to relax and enjoy a few days off from work. She's so out of touch. Jules, I agree. I love it when we go for family walks later on. It makes... I'll make a Thai curry with all the leftovers. Boxing Day is the best. She does nothing but look forward to Christmas Day. No wonder she feels flat. Yep. She doesn't have anything to look forward to. Lisa O'Keefe says, these two are loud and obnoxious. Poor Max would never be able to put up with you two. I'm glad Mimi put her foot down and said stay home. Lisa O'Keefe, not freezing. Gee, Alex, you have enough FAT to keep you warm, also known as a lot of insulation. P.S. Coats look ridiculous. Yep, they always do. Tracy for Life, a portable bidet. Oh my God, her jacket looked like her shit. The worst day of the year. What the F? By whose standard, Big Al? I give Yar's shoulder pat a 2 out of 10. Thanks, Shelley. Ray says, at 5:16, the fact that she has a list is so lame. I work. I'll watch a Christmas show if it's not on or if I remember it, but watching a list or of shows to get a life is creepy. Yep. Get a life, creep. Giselle Gabrielle, I'm waiting for her to take down the delivery driver stand. It's probably already gone. I want to see what's left and she didn't hide in her car or the vegetable crisper drawer when she never used for veggies or stashed it in her underwear drawer where Yardush would never go into from the stains and fumes. Just saying, love you, Shelley. Have a great New Year's Eve. Thank you, darling. AC Lee J says, is it normal to take your baby out in 35 degrees? It's always hot where I live. 35 has got to be so cold and uncomfortable for a baby. I don't think I'd leave the house. I don't know. I don't know what 35 degree is here in Fahrenheit, but 35 degrees here Celsius is hot. She takes him out regardless when she can't leave him anyway. I do agree with Alex about Max needing quiet and rest. Well, it wasn't her idea, matey, so don't give her too much credit. It was Mimi's. A critically ill animal needs a quiet, warm, dark place to rest. As long as Max will eat on his own meds, can easily be mixed into wet food. He most likely needs cage rest due to his injury. I'd have him in a cage. So would Alex. Astrology, I can see why Nancy is single. 7:16. Did time heal you, Alex? Let's have a look. Oh, is this when she said time heals?
It's the only thing that we can do. But my mom is going to come over later, and we'll have a little mini Christmas with her. I have a lot of leftovers from yesterday.
I'm sure Yarman's looking forward to that. No mention of Yarman's family at Christmas. No mention of his grandmother. No mention of his sisters, brothers, nothing. It's like he doesn't have a family. There's just no mention. It's not here, but I do know what you were talking about, love. I do know what you were talking about. Over here. She will never be healed, Ray. DD. Hello, gorgeous Shelley. Hello, darling. Haven't seen from, but want to check it out. I can't stand how Alex is touching her face, her hair, her necklace, every vlog. I know. She has to touch and can't talk without eating or touching. She is just hard to watch without feeling stressed and nervous and annoyed. Yes, DD. Giselle Gabrielle, that scrunchie in her hair is greasy looking. Total ick vibe. Well, clearly she's total ick vibe, isn't she? All right, guys, I'm going to leave this here. I've done 2 videos of reading out comments back to back. I'm going to do the next Reddit one by itself. Yeah, I might do the Reddit. I was going to do the Reddit one. Or it depends how many people, how many comments. I was going to do the Reddit one after I do the next Reddit React, but I might be able to do it in its own vlog if there's enough comments. Don't know. Let's have a look. 44 comments. No. Oh, actually, I can do them now. Let's do them now. One day, a divorce will be blamed on Reddit and reaction channels. Of course it will. She just loves playing the victim. Anytime now, we're due a teary, mental, renewed weight loss, feel sorry for me vlog. Sweet Temper said her food, ADDICTON, is also Reddit's fault. Yeah, everything's Reddit's fault. Isn't it funny how Reddit came out years ago, but it's all Reddit's fault now? Oh, I've got to react to that. Yes, I've got to react to Shikara's video. Apparently she's put it up. Not Today says Shikara was very clear about not commenting on Alex's parenting, which I respect. But as time went on, you could see the concern growing in Shikara's videos about Alex's parenting or lack of skills. This Vlogmas really exposed the attention, but uploading every day exposed what everyone suspected. I am so glad Shikara is letting loose. She's also a new mum, is very smart, and is very passionate about motherhood. Yep. The blood clot's Reddit's fault too. That's right. Everything's Reddit's fault. Must become nothing is ever her fault. Nope. Lady Sinead, hi darling. If she ever looks at Reddit, how would it be endangering her and her mental health? She either looks at it or she doesn't. Happy New Year to you, Shelley. Happy New Year, darling. MJ Poe, if I ate processed food all day and abandoned my son at daycare, everything to do, all with selfish shit, I would be mental too. She has no one to blame but herself. Natalie J says, thank you, Shelley. You're very welcome. Alex deserves all of the backlash and hate she gets from everywhere she gets. I agree. New York X, I just reported her driving unsafe to YouTube and told YouTube if she gets in a wreck, she will blame YouTube for the accident. Well, let's see if that gets anything done, yeah? The return of Veronica Sawyer says, keep reporting. It took years for YouTube to demonetize Foodie Booty, but they finally did it. That's true. Lady Sinead, not sure how YouTube would ever be liable for that. Far too remote. New York X, she's crazy. They would let... Hang on, she's crazy. Should they let me make money? Hang on, she's crazy. Should they let me make money? Jen Meyer says, Big Al is just pissed off. She has no control over Reddit. That's right. She has no control over it whatsoever. Too bad she is no better than Amber of Foodie Beauty. Yep, only difference is that her parents to be... Sorry, she pretends to be a mum. You would think that would better than to... Hang on. You think she would know better than to kick the hornet's nest. But knowing Alex, she can't help herself. Well, all your days are really numbered now, even on YouTube. Thanks for your reaction, Shelley. You're welcome, Jen. Jane from Ireland says, her trolling, rage baiting and snark will be on the other side of her face very soon. If only. If only. Hideout Loud says, oh my gosh, manipulation 101. Alex points out Reddit endangering her lies, but with filters and camera angles, pot calling the kettle black much? Yep. And Stewart says, money validation is all she cares about for that's why she won't leave YouTube. What a depressing existence. Absolutely. Kay Goof says, it's time for her to leave YouTube. Oh, God, yes. But of course she won't, because being a narcissist, she considers herself better than and above everyone else. Tara says, let's not forget she talks about strangers on reality shows for the watchers. Love Island, 90 Day Fiancé, and The Bachelor. How can we forget that? Tara says, if my husband called me by my government name, I may pass out. He only uses it occasionally, and if normal is accompanied with my middle name too. Malgon, it's bizarre she wouldn't talk to her sister-in-laws about how to care for Anderson. Yeah. Yah should know from that day. Sorry, Yah should know, but the family would know for sure. And, of course, the ease of looking it up. Yeah, she's terrible to blame Reddit for her issues. That's her fault. And she claims not to read. Yeah, sure, Jen. She was saying she read ages ago. Well, she still shouldn't have read. She still went there and read, didn't she? She shouldn't have. Bella, I think it's because she thinks she knows everything. Too self-absorbed to ask for or take advice. She is her own worst enemy. Yes, she is. I agree, Bella. Maddie Marble, how does she know if the people on Reddit are saying negative things about her unless she reads and what they're saying on Reddit? Another lie. KK Goof, exactly. She's an idiot. Drops herself in the shit all the time. We'll love that for her. DMMP 2026 will bring a new floor video with Sherpa hoodie and pigtail braids. Being a recall with you, being so real with you guys. Move Suspicious. Oh, Move Suspicious, thank you for this. She dirty deleted her Instagram comment about having unwavering thoughts. Yeah, because she knew she'd get immediately reported for even saying that. Reddit isn't responsible for her feelings. She's a public figure who displays her life online, absolutely, by her own free will. Funny how she plays victim, gets the tiny violin out and puts her hair in braided pigtails whenever she's confronted with hard facts. Weird that she only mentions her mental health when it's time to take accountability. Fantastic react. Please keep calling her out. Much love. Will do, Move Suspicious. Keep up the good work on your on Reddit. Not Today says next time she discusses unaliving herself, someone needs to grab a quick snapshot, send it to the local authorities for a wellness check. She has a child in the mix, and if a Reddit discussion sends her to a dark place, then she needs serious and immediate help. Punching Mimosa says, hey Shelley, please consider a new mic. I'm a silent but very committed viewer. For a few months now, I find myself barely clicking on your videos due to the sound. The sound of the peas pop in my ear as well as other strong sounds. It's like you're too close to the mic or something. Oh, maybe I am, love. Sometimes I do put it right to my ear, and sometimes I have it like I've just put it down now, and sometimes I have it like this, which is really close. So I'm so sorry for that. I will try and keep that in mind. The microphone I have is really good. I think it's just how close I have it to my mouth. Sorry, punching mimosas. Nerdy Bernardin says, it was 3. Only got fairly... Hang on. Nerdy Bernardin, it was 3. Only got fairly buried. What's that one about? What's that regarding to? It was 3. One got fairly buried? I don't know what that one's about. Nerdy Bernardin, can you let me know what you're talking about there, love? Hate included. Hi Shelley, love your videos, especially Reddit reacts. I sent you email. I've got thoughts on Alex. Oh, okay, I'll check, love. What email did you send it to? Because I didn't get anything. It's tcb74@hotmail.com. Can you send it again, love? She is the lowest of the low. Rebecca, thank you, Shelley. Well said. Thank you for all that you do and for all the truth that you bring. You're very welcome, Rebecca. Thank you for being here, love. Violet Sterling, she will never take good advice or look into herself. And what she really needs to do, unfortunately, she's too full of herself, and her ridiculous attention-seeking mother doesn't care to help, only encourages her horrible behaviour. Good, because the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And I think Ya is actually a robot at this point. Does he care about his beautiful baby that he's so fortunate to have? What is wrong with all of them? I don't know. Doesn't it make you want to scream, Violet? I can feel your frustration through that comment. Kim Hamilton said, it's not Reddit that's the problem. She's so ignorant of her own behaviour and refuses to take a long, hard look at herself and take proactive steps to rectify her shortcomings as a mature adult. The responsibility of mental health is up to the individual. Yep. She's always projecting and blaming others for her situation. Always. Mandy Marble says, okay, I know you guys are quite upset about Max and the possibility of him losing his leg. While all this is quite sad, Alex has chosen to leave out all the details. Of course she has. Was the dog that attacked Max and owned dog? Was AC called or the police? A report filed? What kind of dog was it? What happened to the other dog? Where did this take place exactly? Sometimes injuries like this can take time, and it takes time, a bit of time in some cases, to determine if a limb can be saved or not. As sad as it seems, dogs and animals in general fare much better than humans in similar situations. What I would be concerned with is this a qualified vet to make such medical decisions. Are finances being considered? Well, apparently the other family's paying for it. Apparently. Was an orthopedic surgeon specialist consulted? A soft tissue trauma specialist? I would think finances wouldn't be an issue in this case, but often with many owners, it would be a deciding factor. People should be pressing Alex for details instead of accepting these very vague updates and keep sprinkling into her social media accounts. Apparently, the owner of the dog that attacked Max is paying for his care, according to Alexandra. Happy New Year, Shelley. Happy New Year, Maddie. Frenchie Mexi, absolutely 100%. Manny Marble, what happened to her therapy she said she was getting? She accepted no accountability for anything. No. She just keeps repeating the same shit over and over, never learns. Isn't that the definition of an idiot? Sure it is. And expecting the same outcome. She expects a different outcome. Yep, that's right. I swear a mouse can even learn better from her. I swear a mouse can even learn better than her. Sorry, yeah. Tracy for life. Hope you're doing well, Tracy. Thank you, Shelley. Thank you. Anne-Marie says, Happy New Year, Shelley, and everyone. Thank you, Anne-Marie. Vashposh, Happy New Year, sweetheart, Shelley. Thank you, darling. Happy New Year to yourself. And Lisa Greenlee, love this for her. Yeah, I love it for her too. That Reddit gets on her nerves. I really do. All right, guys. That's it. Let me get going so I can do a few other videos getting uploaded for you. You don't have to leave comments on this. Otherwise, we'll be just going round and round the bend. I understand your comments on this and they were all thoroughly enjoyable. But in my next upload and then ones on from there, please, I would appreciate all your comments. Not to say you can't comment in this section here today at all. But I'm just saying, we've gone over it and with everyone's comments, and I think it's going to be a bit repetitive. That's all I'm worried about. So just wait till maybe my next upload of her React or my Reddit, and then definitely comment in the comment section. Thank you so much, guys. Love to you all. Like I said again, have a prosperous and very happy and healthy new year. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.